Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. Folks, more stimulus money is on their way to individuals who lost their jobs last year. This is brand new information that has just emerged, and this is breaking news from Ignition Time. Let's just jump right in. So everybody, this is good news and brand new reporting. More stimulus money is on its way to those individuals who lost their jobs and saw a reduction of income in 2020. Now this is important. Let me show you this article on your screen that was just published by CNN, and I'll provide you with a link to this article in the description section below. But folks, here's the bottom line, okay? The Internal Revenue Service, the IRS, has started sending out what it calls plus-up payments to people who are owed a bigger stimulus check based on the 2020 tax returns. In other words, a bigger stimulus check than what they had initially received. Now, this is important. The original payments were based on 2018 or 2019 tax returns. So this means that people who made less money in 2020 could be owed more money. So once these individuals file their 2020 tax returns, the IRS now knows that these individuals made less money in 2020, and then the IRS has automatically started to send out additional payments. Now this is important. The IRS is taking into consideration the most recent tax returns. So if individuals made less money in 2020, and that is the case for a majority of individuals as a direct result of the pandemic, then the IRS will take the lower 2020 tax returns and send out the higher stimulus check that the individual would then be eligible for based on the 2020 tax returns. In addition, folks, if families welcome children into the family in 2020, that would also make the families eligible for additional dependent payments. So as of last week, the government had sent out 130 million stimulus payments to those who qualify. Now, what's interesting is that the new payments, as you probably know, are $1,400 per person, and these are expected to reach 85% of American households, everyone. So families will receive an additional $1,400 per dependent. So a couple with two children could receive up to $5,600, and also adult dependents over the age of 17 will also be getting the stimulus checks. Now, the full amount goes to those who are earning less than $75,000 in adjusted gross income for individuals who are filing as single filers, and essentially head of households earning less than $112,500 would also get the full $1,400, and married couples earning less than $150,000 would get the $1,400 per spouse. So this is extremely encouraging. Now keep in mind that lawmakers had narrowed the scope of these stimulus payments with the American Rescue Plan, and Joe Manchin, the conservative Democrat from West Virginia, did indeed have a lot to do with this. But basically, folks, the new income thresholds are based on a taxpayer's most recent tax return. This is important. Most recent tax returns. So if a taxpayer has filed their 2020 tax returns by the time the payment is sent and by the time the payment is processed, the IRS will take the eligibility, will base the eligibility based on the 2020 tax returns. But this is what's interesting. If the IRS did not have your 2020 tax returns when they made the determination to send you the stimulus check, so let's say it was based off your 2019 tax return, which for many individuals is higher, which would mean that individuals would either receive a smaller stimulus check or no stimulus check, then what would happen is, as soon as the IRS processes your 2020 tax returns, they would then make you eligible and send a plus-up payment. This is the important part, everyone. So if your 2019 income was less than your pay in 2020, you will basically, that would be one scenario. But if your income fell in 2020, when you file your tax returns, that could mean that you end up getting a bigger check when your 2020 returns get processed. So this is what's interesting, everyone. And also many low-income Social Security recipients may still be waiting for their cash to hit their bank accounts. And let's say they didn't have a 2019 or 2020 income tax return on file with the IRS, typically because their income was below the threshold for filing. They will also get their money automatically, but the payments will take a little bit more time to go out, and a lot of the electronic payments are expected to actually start hitting bank accounts right around the 7th of April. So this delay affects those who are on Social Security, Supplemental Security Income, everyone, and Railroad Retirement Board benefits. Now, people who receive Veteran Affairs pension programs and don't have a recent tax return on file are also still waiting for their stimulus payments. Now, the latest information that we have is last week the IRS said that it was continuing to review data received for veteran benefit recipients and said those payments will be sent out by the middle of April. And there are other households who are eligible for a new round of payments but have not filed their 2020 or 2019 return. The IRS online portal should be helpful for those individuals. So basically, folks, here's the bottom line. What the IRS is doing is encouraging individuals to file a 2020 tax return as soon as possible in order to receive the payment. Now, this is the important part. Once the IRS processes the 2020 tax return, everyone, and again, folks, all of this is explained in this article that I'll show you on your screen. More stimulus money on the way for people who lost their jobs last year. So I will provide you with this article. But folks, again, the bottom line is, based on the actual 2020 income, you may be eligible for a plus-up payment, up to $1,400 per person. So again, the original payments were based on 2018 or 2019 returns. So people who again made less in 2020 could be owed more money. And once you file your 2020 return that shows a lower income amount, the IRS will automatically send the additional payment. In other words, the IRS is like, hey, we'll send you the money. We just need to make sure you made less money in 2020. That is what is happening. And again, in 2020, families had dependents. They welcomed children into their family. That would mean that they would be eligible for the dependent payments as well. So folks, what the IRS is doing is essentially trying to make as many individuals as possible get the $1,400 stimulus checks based on their most recent tax return. What's the bottom line, folks, with all this? If you made less income in 2020 and you haven't filed your taxes already, now is the time to file, because the IRS is going to sweep all the systems, sweep all the records, and then say, okay, all right, this person made, let's just say $65,000 in 2019, but made $45,000 in 2020. As long as that amount is under $50,000, under $75,000 for single filers, and under $150,000 for married couples filing jointly. As long as you made less than that threshold, based on your most recent tax returns, you will get the full $1,400 payment. So this is very interesting, everyone. I would encourage everyone that is watching to file your 2020 tax returns if you made less money in 2020. Again, that applies for most of us, and then that would definitely give you some hope, and essentially give the IRS the information that they need to send out the plus-up payment. So folks, that's it. This is very encouraging. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Hopefully this was helpful. Again, let me show you the article, everyone, that I was referring to. More stimulus money is on the way. And folks, I did this video immediately as soon as I saw that article, because I wanted to get this information out to our community as quickly as possible. So that's it, everyone. I hope this was beneficial. Let me know if you have any questions below. Please comment below as well. Please click like, please subscribe, please enable notifications. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.